Good morning. This is a reading vlog. Today is Tuesday, May 29th, about 7 a.m. and I am drinking my coffee. I just had my breakfast. I had avocado on toast this morning and I would show you, but I already ate it. So I'm doing a reading vlog this week. We'll see how it goes. I haven't done a reading vlog in a very long time. It's been several months at least. But I thought, I figured why not do a reading vlog this week, because I've been having a lot of thoughts about Booktube in general that I wanted to share with you. And I woke up this morning just feeling very down because I went on vacation to Italy recently. I was gone from between May 12th and May 22nd. On a trip to Italy, and I was fine the first couple of days after the trip because you're just kind of recovering and you're excited to kind of go back to work in a way, sort of. So the first couple days after the trip went by pretty fast, but now this is the first full week back to work following the trip. So I'm just not excited today at all. So I thought maybe if I filmed a reading vlog this week, it would kind of get me excited to get through the week and share with you guys what I'm reading. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I am currently reading Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is probably what I'll spend most of this week reading. Because I'm doing a buddy read with 4 other ladies from Booktube: Kelsey from Hardback Haven, Robin from The Driftless Reader, Krista from Books and Jams, and Brittany from Brittany Freaking Reads. We're all reading this together, and so far it's been fun. I think I'm a little bit ahead of everybody in the group. I just finished chapter 6, and I think we're only supposed to be on like 3 or 4. So I'm gonna pause on that for a little bit, but it's hard for me to slow down once I get going. So we'll see, but I think it'll be good for me also to slow down because it forces me to really take in the world and the characters and stuff like that. So in between chapters of Assassin's Apprentice, I'm thinking of picking up Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. Or maybe I'll wait until I finish Assassin's Apprentice. I don't really know. But I've just been in such a mood recently for mysteries, thrillers. I've actually been watching 13 Reasons Why on Netflix for the past couple of days. Just kind of sort of binging it. I think I've made it through the first season and half of the second season within like 4 days, I think. So, and I'm really liking 13 Reasons Why. There's all kinds of potential issues with it, and I recognize all of that, but it is thoroughly entertaining and thought-provoking and addicting in a way. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on 13 Reasons Why down in the comments. The book and the TV show. I have not read the book. I don't really have any interest in reading the book, at least as of right now. I just don't think it's not the type of story that I would like to take in book form. I'd rather just watch it on TV. And plus, now that I'm finished with the first season and halfway through the second season, I just don't know if I would enjoy the book at all now. I've heard that the show stays true to the book, but I'm wondering how far the second season is really reaching outside of that original storyline. Because a lot of the second season seems a little bit unnecessary to me, and they're dragging a lot of stuff on. Anyway, I don't want to make this intro too long, but I just wanted to kind of set up my week for you guys, and what you can kind of expect from me this week. So we've got Assassin's Apprentice and Big Little Lies as the 2 books that I'm planning on getting to this week. I also have the Assassin's Apprentice audiobook that I listen to and from work. So I may actually just pause on reading Assassin's Apprentice for the next couple days and just listening to it, because the audiobook you don't get through as much when you listen to it, so maybe that will kind of even out my pace with the rest of the girls' paces. And then the physical book that I read might be Big Little Lies. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready for work because I need to do that. Get myself excited for work today, excited for my day, because even though like this week is just a little bit shorter because yesterday was Memorial Day, so there's really only, you know, it's like Tuesday through Friday. I don't know. I'm just not excited about work this week. I'm feeling the post-vacation blues. So here's hoping this vlog helps that. See you later. Ready to go. Okay, I'm at work, getting ready, but somebody's in my parking spot. We don't have assigned spaces here. We don't, but there's like that informal thing to where like you know which one is your space and which spaces belong to everybody else's, but like it's not official, but it is. And well, I've also been getting to work a little bit later recently, just by like a few minutes, but still as a little bit later. So people take the like favorite spots before I get here, so I just need to get here earlier, and it's really not a big deal, but it bugs me when I get into the parking lot and I don't have my space. And it's funny because a normal radio show that I listen to, we're just talking about this, how they get aggravated if somebody takes their unofficial spot. So I just think it's funny that it happened to me today. But I am going into work now. I really need to go in. I will see you guys on my lunch break. Hello again. It is now 2:43 p.m. and I just finished wolfing down my lunch. I was so hungry. So normally, I know you're like, this is really late to be having lunch. I know this because I normally like to take my lunch a little bit later because I am way more productive before my lunch, and then once I eat, I go into like this sleep mode where I can't focus as much, and I just get super, not all the time, but most of the time I get really lethargic, and I don't really understand why. I think this happens to a lot of people, but I also know that it depends on what you eat, and I don't think that what I bring to lunch every day is really all that unhealthy. So what I usually bring, I'm a creature of habit. I usually bring the same thing every day unless I have like leftovers I have to eat. So I bring carrots, like the dip chip kind of carrots that you can dip in stuff, and I dip it in hummus. So I have carrots and hummus, and then I usually do, okay, you guys have to check these out. I eat these Sargento balanced breaks is what they're called. They're these little plastic containers, and it has cheese on one side. Let me see if I can get the wrapper out for you. It has a different type of like Sargento cheese on one side. On the other side, it'll have like nuts or some other kind of dried berry or something. This one's my absolute favorite. These are so good. I have one of these, and then I usually have like a kashi bar. And that's it. I don't feel like that's an unhealthy lunch, like at all. Like there's sugar in it, and some of it is carbs, but overall I feel like that's a really healthy lunch. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I still end up feeling super sleepy after I eat. I don't know. Do you guys have the same problem? So now that I've eaten, I was just watching some Booktube. I was watching Lala from Books and Lala. I love her. She's so funny. I love her sense of humor. I love her editing, the way that her videos look, the way that her house looks. Her hair is super pretty, and I love watching her and her family. They're so cute, and I love her vlogs, and I only wish that my vlogs could be as good as hers. So now I'm going to use the rest of my break. I have until about 3:20 to read, and I have brought Big Little Lies with me, and I'm going to read that and see how much I can get done. So I will check in with you guys after work. Hello, I'm done with work, and I'm very shiny, or at least I feel very shiny, because it is so hot here, you guys. You don't understand. It is so hot here, but it's not really just the heat, it's the humidity. It just like sinks in, and I could just feel my hair going bloop. It's just so bad today. Anyway, that's just me complaining. I am finished with work, actually leaving right now, and just wanted to update you. So I was able to read like 20-ish pages of Big Little Lies. It actually made me late getting back from my lunch break because I was enjoying it so much and I was so in it that I was like 5 minutes late getting back from lunch, but whatevs. I really like it. I don't know what it is about this story. I don't remember if I've mentioned this already, but when we were on the plane coming back from Atlanta, so we had to fly from Atlanta to Orlando, I watched 2 episodes of Big Little Lies, the TV show, and I was so hooked that I immediately decided that as soon as possible I would start the book as soon as I got home. So now I'm like 2 episodes into the show, and I'm like, I want to read the book really fast so I can continue on with the show. But I might do that thing to where I'll read like so far into a book and then I'll put it down and then like try to watch an episode of the show, but like not too far into it, so I don't spoil the book for myself. But I don't know. I may try to like finish the book first. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts if you have read the book or have seen the show. Like what you think is better. So far, like I said, like I'm only like 20 pages into the book, but it seems like the show stays pretty faithful to the story. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I will definitely take a break from Assassin's Apprentice until my other Booktube ladies catch up to me. But Big Little Lies will definitely be a good alternative in the meantime. I also wanted to note that I am being very safe with my phone mounted to my dashboard. I'm only really looking at it unless I'm at, or if I'm at a red light, which I am right now. We originally got this mount to the dashboard for navigation, but if I feel like comfortable enough with it, I might vlog with it more in the future. We'll see. It is a little bit distracting, but it's not any more distracting than it would be if I was on the phone, and I feel really comfortable talking on the phone unless I'm like on the highway. I'm not gonna do this on the highway, do not worry. But yeah, work today was good. It went by super fast. I'm not sure why. I think it's because I had a lot of small, like busy work type of tasks to work on, and that always makes my day go by faster. But the mess today, it was so messy. All the books are just strewn about, and all of the shelves need to be straightened and looked at to make sure that they're in order, and it's a mess. And the worst part, I mean, kids will be kids. Kids are gonna make messes. I get that, believe me. But it's the parents that are with the kids that do not make the kids clean up after themselves. And it's the parents who don't clean up after themselves either that really just get on my nerves. Like, you are an adult, you are fully capable of cleaning up after yourself, and you are also fully capable of helping your child to see that cleaning up after themselves is a good thing to do. So this just, from your friendly neighborhood librarian, like, pick up after yourself. Come on, please. It's not that hard. But that's just me ranting. Home, time to cook dinner. Good morning. I totally forgot to vlog all the rest of last night, and that's okay. So last night we made scallops and salmon and rice for dinner. It was very good. And then we watched the season premiere of America's Got Talent, which was like 2 hours long, and that was fun. We love AGT. And that was pretty much it. We just went to bed. I tried to get in bed a little bit earlier. I didn't end up reading at all last night, but this morning I was able to read a few more pages of Big Little Lies, and I am addicted. I haven't quite caught up to the point where I reached like during the show, but we're getting there. And that's really all I have to report. I'm a little sleepy this morning, not as much energy as I had yesterday, but I'm hoping to read some more on my lunch break today, and I guess I'll just catch up with you later. Hello again, I am at work now. So on my way here, I was listening to a little bit more of the audiobook for Assassin's Apprentice, and I've been having some mixed feelings about this book. I have to go into work like now, but at first I thought I was going to be a little bit disappointed in this book because I had such high expectations, and don't get me wrong, I'm liking it, but it's slower paced than I had imagined. I am very much so a plot-driven reader, specifically with fantasy too. I get impatient with my fantasy. I want it to take off a little bit while still, you know, giving time to build the world and the characters. I still need a lot to happen. And stuff is happening in this. I think I'm on chapter 7 now, 6 or 7, I can't remember. It's kind of hard to keep track in audiobooks. And the plot, it's moving, but just not as quick as I thought it would. And I had some trouble getting into it throughout the first few chapters, but slowly, as you know, more problems are arising in this world, I'm getting into it. So, yeah, but it's very much so a character-driven and world-driven fantasy. Is there such a thing as a world-driven fantasy? I don't know. It's good. It's picking up, but I can't help but be just a teensy bit disappointed. But I still have high hopes, but we'll see how the rest of it goes. I am going into work now. I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Back in the car, we are getting gas and picking up a few supplies for a friend who's coming over tomorrow. We are watching the premiere of The Bachelorette together tomorrow afternoon, so I'm getting some snacks. I was thinking of getting like some cookie dough to make some cookies and like have milk and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, once we get back home, I just plan on hanging out, chilling, and reading, since I have the day off tomorrow. That's probably obvious because I'm having a friend come over. But yeah, just planning on chilling tonight, reading. I'm currently, I don't remember if I said this in a previous clip, but I'm currently obsessed with Big Little Lies. And I'm just really in it, and I just need to find out what happens. I'm also pleased to say I was able to read some more, or listen to some more of Assassin's Apprentice on my way home from work today, and I'm really getting into it. A plot, not a twist, but like a new direction, in the plot finally has taken place, so I'm excited to see where it goes, and that's where I'm at. So I will update you after I get some more reading done. Good morning, it's Thursday. Me again. So it is now 7:49 on Thursday, 7:49 p.m. And I didn't film like at all today. It just wasn't one of those kind of days. We just hung out and we watched The Godfather Part 2. And we watched the first part of The Godfather last night. It was my first time watching it all the way through. And I have to say I enjoyed it. I like the first part better, much better than the second part. We got like 3/4 of the way through, so hopefully we'll finish it within the next few days and then watch part 3 maybe, even though I've heard that part 3 is not as good. We'll see. And then I had one of my friends, Caitlin, come over. We were college roommates, and it had been a while since we had spent time one-on-one, so she came over and we hung out, had cookies, and caught up for a little bit. And then we watched The Bachelorette, and now we're here. So I'm gonna read a couple of chapters of Assassin's Apprentice and probably a couple chapters of Big Little Lies, and head to bed pretty soon. Pretty chill day. I work tomorrow, as in Friday, and then I work Saturday, and then I'm off Sunday. I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done Sunday. So I guess I'll just check in with you guys later. Good morning. It is Friday morning. I'm about to leave for work. Last night I was able to read quite a bit of Big Little Lies, and I have reached the point where I just cannot put it down now. I read a little bit more this morning, and I think I'm about halfway through now, a little less than halfway through. And it's just, I don't know what it is. I'm just totally sucked into this world. And I had a feeling that I would be, because this book was specifically recommended to me by a few of you. And just going off of some of my other Booktube friends' opinions about it, I just had a feeling that I would just really like it. So going off to work today, I work today and tomorrow. And then I'm off Sunday, and I'm hoping to finish Big Little Lies by Sunday and to read as much of Assassin's Apprentice as possible. Robin has already finished the book, and I'm still on chapter 7, which isn't even like a third of the way through, I don't think. Maybe about a third of the way. But I'm so much more interested in Big Little Lies right now, so I will finish Assassin's Apprentice when I finish it. So that's where I am as far as reading goes. Work, I expect to be very busy today because we are like right at the beginning of the registration process for summer reading. It technically begins on Monday. So, and then my coworker who works in the same department as me, she is going on vacation for the first 2 weeks of summer. So it'll just be me and my high school volunteers the first registration week, and then the first full week of programming. So, but I mean, what am I gonna do? We already planned out everything, and just really in detail, so I don't even really have to think about anything during registration week. I just have to get people to like write their names down on the list, but it can get overwhelming when I have a line of like 50, 75 people going out the door to the library, and it's just me helping them. So, but it's all good, it's all fun. Everybody's excited to do summer reading, so it's not like some high stakes situation or anything like that. But anyway, I need to leave for work. I will see how much reading I can get done on my lunch break, and then check in with you guys later. I feel like we've reached the point in the vlog where my life is just pretty repetitive, but I work full time. That's just the way that it is. So I will see you guys a little bit later. Hello everyone. It is Saturday. It's Saturday, 1 o'clock. I am just about finished with my lunch break at work. I'm about to go in just a couple of minutes. I don't even remember the last time I filmed a clip. I feel like it was yesterday sometime. I don't know. Still reading Big Little Lies, still reading Assassin's Apprentice. Assassin's Apprentice, I'm still not 100% sure if I'm really enjoying it or not. It's fine, but I think I'm just more in a mood for Big Little Lies. I think that's mainly what it is, because it's really fast-paced and there's a mystery to it. Whereas Robin Hobb's fantasy, I like her writing. The writing's not the issue. I think it's how the story is structured and how the story is playing out. It's like she structures her stories in this subtle way and presents her world in such a subtle way that you have to figure it out on your own. There's no like she doesn't really present to you a layout of how the world is supposed to work. She does and she doesn't. It's hard to explain. It's a unique style of fantasy. It does remind me a little bit of The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, but The Name of the Wind had a much more fast-moving plot than Assassin's Apprentice, in my opinion. Maybe this is just purely like a setup book, and that's why it's moving a little bit slower, and then the next few books, like, that's when the action's gonna happen. I don't really know. But I can't help but be just a little bit disappointed, and I almost hesitate to say that because I don't want to admit the fact that I'm not really enjoying it, because I wanted to so bad. So, I don't know. That's just where my head is at right now. I'm trying to be patient and get to the parts where it supposedly picks up, because I think Robin and Kelsey at this point have both finished the book. And then I'm on chapter 10. Brittany, I can't remember where Brittany is. Brittany might be finished with it by now. Krista's on chapter 9. So, yeah, apparently, I mean, Robin was saying it definitely picks up towards the end, and then she couldn't put it down. So, I have high hopes for the end. We'll see. That's where I'm at with my reading. And then, I also wanted to talk a little bit about BookNet Fest. I don't have a ton of time right now, but, oops, I just scratched my steering wheel. That's nice. Yeah, I don't have a ton of time to talk about it right now. But I wanted to see if any of you guys were planning on going to BookNet Fest or not. It's going to be September 7th and 8th, or 8th and 9th. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 7th and 8th of this year in Orlando, at the same hotel that it was at last year, the Caribe Royale. I went last year, and overall, I'm glad that I went, but, and I'll get into this a little bit later, but BookNet Fest last year was a really interesting experience for me. It was a little bit weird. Not really weird in a bad way, really? I don't know. But the whole day, I was so anxious and kind of on edge and not really myself. It was very nerve-wracking for me. It was the first time I had ever done anything like that before, go to meet like any sort of online friends in real life kind of thing. And I knew a handful of people there. Like, for instance, Molly from Molly Reads, I hung out with her off and on. And I also hung out with Emily from Possibly Literate, and Madeline from Novel Inc., and Derby from Derby Lane Reading. We had lunch together. We went to Chick-fil-A. And a couple of others. A handful of other people. I saw a lot of like of the big booktubers too. Like it was really cool, but at the same time it made me so anxious because I felt like I didn't have like a close friend there with me to kind of be my security blanket, you know what I mean? Like if you're an introvert, like, you know what I mean? And but the problem was that everybody was kind of acting the same way. A lot of people were introverts as well and were struggling as well. So there were a lot of awkward, a little bit awkward, like silent moments. And I just didn't know how to behave. And it sounds really lame and stupid and kind of childish when I say it out loud. But I don't know, it's just a weird experience for me. So anyway, this year I'm questioning on whether or not I would like to go. I'm talking with Brittany from Brittany Freaking Reads. I've been talking with her about it off and on, and she might go. And if she does, then I might. And then Amy from Amy Reads, she might go, maybe. I don't know. I haven't actually talked to her about it yet. I've been talking about it like through Brittany to her. I don't know. So I don't know if I'm gonna go yet or not. I may chicken out, but I don't want to chicken out because it was legitimately a really cool experience last year. If I do go, I probably won't stay at the hotel because I live like an hour away from Orlando and I just don't know if I want to spend the money on a hotel. But we'll see. Are any of you guys going? What are your thoughts on it? If you did go last year, how do you think it went? Did you think it was a weird experience too? Or am I crazy? Yeah, I better go back in to work now. But today is my last day of work this week. I plan on hanging out with my husband tonight, and after we cook dinner, oh, I checked out the TV show Big Little Lies, so I'm finally starting that again. I was anxiously awaiting it to arrive from another library, but it arrived yesterday, and I watched the first 5 episodes out of the 7. So I'm going to read a little bit further in Big Little Lies, and then watch the next episode, then read, and then finish the TV series probably tonight. Definitely tomorrow, but maybe tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to try to plow through the rest of Assassin's Apprentice. I've got the second book, Royal Assassin, on the way. It should be here maybe by Sunday. I don't know. I'm going to stop rambling now, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, it's me again. It is now Monday, June 4th at 5:35 p.m. This weekend flew by. I was able to get a little bit more reading done last night before bed and then before work, before I left this morning. But I still have not finished Assassin's Apprentice or Big Little Lies. However, I do have good news. I finally reached a point in Assassin's Apprentice where I feel like I'm fully invested now, and I'm actually excited to finish it. But the sad thing is that I'm like 65 or 64% of the way through, and I'm only just now like feeling those like feelings of investment in the characters. Like I like Fitz, the main character. I think he is adorable when it comes to animals, and like he's just very sweet and sensitive, and I do like him. But the plot is just, it's almost like there is a plot, but it revolves around him. It's very, very, very much so a character-driven story. And the way that things are revealed throughout the book, things are only revealed to you as they are revealed to Fitz. So there's not a lot of background information until Fitz is kind of old enough to understand it, if that makes sense. So I'm the kind of reader that I want to know things about the story in the beginning of the book, and then I don't mind, you know, like watching the characters figure it out. Sorry, my hair is doing like this really weird thing. It was all curly this morning and now it's like flat and weird. Anyway, I'm the kind of reader that likes her information set out there at the beginning, and, you know, I'll watch the main character learn about stuff and go through things, but like go on an exciting journey. And Fitz has not really been on a very exciting journey. He's grown a lot and he's learned a lot, but it really is like reading somebody's life story, just like a regular person. So I don't know, I'm gonna keep going, see how I feel about it towards the end. I do have Royal Assassin on its way here for Book Depository. Excuse me, it probably is waiting on me at home right now. If not today, then maybe tomorrow. So I'll start that and see where it goes, but obviously you can tell I'm not like super excited about it. I'm trying to finish Assassin's Apprentice before I continue on with Big Little Lies, so that's also more motivation for me to finish it, because I really like Big Little Lies. It's super fun, super suspenseful, and it's very addicting. So that's where I am. I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. I know at the beginning of this vlog I mentioned I wanted to share some thoughts on Booktube with you guys, and I didn't really throughout the course of this entire week-long vlog. I still want to do that because I have a lot of thoughts on Booktube right now, and as far as like how I feel about my relationship with Booktube and my channel and stuff, nothing too dramatic, just stuff I wanted to share. The basics of it is that I have been feeling more and more distance between myself and my channel, as far as like my motivation to film and my motivation to be active within the Booktube community. I'm reading a ton, and I'm loving reading a ton, but I kind of need a break from the constant like book recommendations that Booktube offers. I love them, but after a while it gets a little bit overwhelming to me, and I just kind of want to focus on what I have on my own shelves. And that was one of my goals for this year. And I think in order to do that, I think I'm going to need to take like breaks from Booktube every so often. Just to like focus on what I have and not keep like consuming more and more videos telling me like, oh, I need to read this and this and that. And it kind of puts pressure on me to like go out and check out all the books from the library and buy even more books when I have like hundreds of books on my shelves at home that I could be reading. So those are like the basics of my feelings of it. I also feel like there's a lack of depth to my current videos that I'm making. I feel like I'm just kind of putting out a recent reads video every few weeks and that's it. And maybe that's just where I'm at right now, and that's fine. But I want to be one of those channels that puts out creative, dynamic videos that just have a lot of depth to them and contribute to the conversation in a productive way and introduce new topics and things like that. And I would like to inspire people. I have all of these really great lofty goals for my channel, but I'm really struggling with motivation, like for how to figure out actually how to do that in real life. When, you know, I work 5 days a week and I just want to come home and read and not have to worry about formulating opinions to share with anybody. I just kind of want to read for my enjoyment. So yeah, I don't really have like more coherent thoughts than that. Like I said, I want to do another video eventually, kind of like a call to action type of video, where I want to inspire people to, you know, create videos that inspire them and create videos that are different, that might stand out, that might encourage others to help other people in their community, maybe, you know, save money from all the book buying to just like donate somewhere in their community. I don't know. Something helpful and productive, because I just get I get bogged down a little bit sometimes with this endless focus on consumerism in Booktube. And it's not everybody, but we just have this focus on buying books and hauling books and showing everybody what we bought, that after a while it just gets kind of boring, and I don't know, like I'd much rather hear in-depth book reviews than hear about every single book you've bought in the past 3 months. I don't know. I feel like I'm just ranting now. I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. I feel like it's not really ending on a very happy note. I think I'm just tired right now. I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I would love to hear any thoughts that you have on any of the books I mentioned. Have you read Assassin's Apprentice, and can you understand like my feelings on it and where I'm coming from? What are your current thoughts on Booktube at the moment? Are you kind of struggling with it like I am, or are you in a really good place with your channel, do you think? Let's just talk down below. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit into my daily life as a full-time librarian, even though you didn't really get to see the library or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking now because this video is probably already very, very long. You're welcome. I will see you guys next time. Bye.